I just wanted to thank everybody. I guess I should say this is episode number 62. I wanted to thank everybody who reached out to me after my little health scare that I had talked about on the last video. I felt very loved, and I appreciate everybody's kind words and warm wishes. And also everybody who welcomed Boris to our pack of puppies in this house. But don't worry, he will not replace Mr. Albus here. He is the #1 pup in my eyes. Boris is my daughter's puppy for sure. I felt I got all the love, everybody reaching out last time, and I wanted to extend that to one of my Keeps Peeps, Lynn Dorney. You know her on FlossTube as Lynn X Stitches Creates. Her son Benjamin has been on the organ transplant list for a while now for a liver, and after a few false starts he got the call and he was a match, and he had the transplant surgery, and he is doing speedy recovery, thank goodness. And I just wanted to send best mojo and wishes and love to Lynn and Ben and the whole family. And if you don't know her, go check her out on FlossTube. She makes amazing project bags and is an awesome person. Okay, so that's that. I'm still working on getting the office set up. If you could see around me, it looks like a bomb went off. I'm very much a creative right-brained person and lack organization skills like nobody's business. So yeah, it doesn't look good, but it's a work in progress. We did order. Part of the problem is we don't have a desk in here. In our old office, it was like built into the wall, so we needed to buy a desk here. And Nicole bought one, and Amazon says it delivered, but it not to our house. And usually they take like a picture to show, you know, what doorstep, and there is none. We've contacted the seller. They won't get back to us, so it's like a battle trying to get some answers on this. So we just said screw it and ordered another desk. So hopefully that will come soon, so I can have a spot we can put the computer up at it, and I can sit and work to pack orders and stuff, because as it is now, my my fat ass is sitting on the floor packing orders, and it's not pretty and it hurts. So hopefully that desk and chair will come quickly. Let's see. Hold on. I'm gonna pause this. There's 2 things I forgot to grab. Sorry about that. Always the picture of professionalism here. While I was unpacking, I found some white pieces of Ada from like a box store that I was just gonna toss because it was all stiff and you know the stuff. And then I was about to toss it, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, I could dye that maybe, because I've been in this Halloween mode, so I'm looking for more like swampy kind of brown colors. And so I channeled my inner wizard, otherwise known as Jody from Steel City Stitchers, and I dyed it. And so I dyed some fabric. So I didn't iron them or anything yet, but this is one piece. And I did it with not coffee. Let's see. This side has some more splots on it. I did it with tea. I found like big bags of like iced tea, those big chunky ones, and I put it in there. And what do you call it? And some, and I do have some fabric dye. Joann's had some like powdered fabric dye on clearance one time, and I picked up a couple colors. So I'm not sure what side. They kind of, you know, obviously I cut into this one because at one point, because that's, that would be a cut I would make. But I think they're kind of cool. I'll definitely stitch little Halloween ornaments or something on them. So instead of throwing them away, I, you know, reclaimed them. So that was fun. I was texting Jody and I was like, do I rinse it when I'm done? You know, like, so she stepped me through it and I appreciate it. And I definitely think they are usable now. I have 2 finishes to show you and 1 whip. I've got some haul, I have some shop news, and I've got 2 FlossTubes I want to shout out. So I think, you know, I should have a fair amount of stuff this episode. I haven't had a ton of time to stitch as we are still trying to get our life in order and unpacked and organized. A piece of furniture we ordered is supposed to be delivered today. Well, you know, when you move to a house, it's not like you don't have furniture, but sometimes you don't have furniture that works for that room. So like the family room den kind of area, the way it's laid out where you put the TV, I think a sectional would work best. So we ordered a sectional. Most of the sectional's getting delivered today. There's still a couple pieces that aren't coming for another week or so, but it'll be nice to have right now we have no couches in the den. So if we wanted to sit as a family to watch TV, there's nothing there. There's a dog crate for Boris, that's it. So that's getting delivered today. But so I haven't had a ton of just sit down and stitchy time. Oh, but I didn't mention what today is. It's the most wonderful day of the year. It was the first day of school. Do you see the smile? My kids went to school today. They have been off for a very long time because Ohio gets out kind of early. Like they were, when did they get out? Like the very beginning of May, like May 1st or something like that. Or no, not May 1st. I don't know, but they get out in like May and they get out way earlier than the school here. So in Pennsylvania, today was their first day of school. So they go back late here. So this was like a big extended summer vacation of chaos. So I cannot say I was sad at all that they were going back to school. Walker is a freshman in high school, so this was his first day as a high schooler. And so that was big and exciting. And Edda is a 4th grader this year, and she got to ride the bus. I mean, Walker rode the bus too, but he has ridden a bus before when we lived in other states. But the district we lived in Ohio was so small that if you lived, it was kind of like in the village, you just walked to school. So Edda is a big girl, and she got to ride the bus today, and she got a window seat, which she was hoping she would get. I was trying to get a picture taken of Walker before school, well, both the kids, but he had to go first. And, you know, he's like this, you know, all grumpy out in the front door because he's too cool to get his picture taken by Mom. And I took a picture and I said, Walker, you look like a serial killer, you know, with this scowl on your face. And then he laughed, so I was able to get a first day of school picture of him laughing. And then Edda, of course, she poses and is sweet and easygoing. She posed with her puppy Boris for her first day of school, and I got a picture of her going onto the bus. So it was, they're off to school, so this mom has the house to herself, just me and the pups. I think Boris is a little confused because Edda has not been in school since we've had him, so he's kind of looking for her. Okay, so stitching. This piece I think I finished before we moved. I was working on it, let's see, I think I showed it to you that I wanted to do it. It's from the Just Cross Stitch Halloween magazine, and it is the zombie frog. to cover that up so I don't show you the chart. I did this and finished it, and he was so fun to stitch. If you have any interest in stitching this, I highly recommend it. The pattern does call for these like branches kind of around here, but I'm gonna have him finished as an ornament. I didn't really think it needed it. I actually started it and I pulled him out. But here he is. He is so stinking cute. Those eyes are mesmerizing. When I was stitching him, I felt kind of bad when I had to put the little stitches over his lips. But the other thing about this chart is it's charted in Sullivan's thread. So I had to do a color conversion. It's DMC and Fancy Floss. If anybody wants to stitch it and wants this color conversion, just reach out to me and I will be happy to send you what I did. It's a quick, fun stitch, so I love it. And it's by Kathleen Burlew. I'm not familiar with that designer. I could just be ignorant, or maybe she's a newer designer, or both. But anyway, that's a finish, and I just forgot to show it to you. I did it before I moved, so. The other piece I worked on is the Prairie Schooler Trick or Treat. I did this little guy right here. I created a hashtag for this. Laura from Brendan the Serial Starter and we were both thinking that we wanted to stitch some Prairie Schooler. We've got Halloween on the brain. So I made a hashtag PS for Prairie Schooler Halloween sale. So if anybody is stitching, I know everybody has gotten Halloween and fall on the brain. We're ready to be done with summer. So if anybody's stitching Prairie Schoolers Halloween, hop on there and tag or follow or however the heck it works. And so we can all see and admire our Prairie Schooler Halloween stitches. So this is, I don't think I showed this before. This is my ornament, Trick or Treat. It is so stinking fun. I just love it. This is just in the called for. It's 2 colors of DMC. This was on, it's a big piece of leftover Pictureless Plus, I think Relic. I'm not sure because obviously I never wrote it down. But like I've said it before, this is my comfort stitching. This is my, you know, all the fancy ladies talk about their Blackbird stitching. This is that for me. I just love Prairie Schooler Halloween. So I still have all these other great charts I could stitch. There's another ornament, and then there's this fun one, you know, the fun big one that's more the sampler style. But right now I just did the little Trick or Treat. So if you're in the Prairie Schooler mood, jump on and join in the fun. So those are my 2 finishes. Let's see, why don't I do shout outs and then I'll show you my whip. Oh, before I go to shout outs, the new stitching tool, and I'm very late to the game, obviously, that I love, that I didn't know I'd love, scissor fobs. Carol Susie on Instagram, she donated scissor fobs when Lynn and I were doing the charity project for Glisten. And she made one specifically for each of us, and I put it on my scissor just, you know, because it was cute and adorable and it had Bigfoot on it. And it's like, oh, I'll try it out. I mean, I always thought scissor fobs were stupid, not stupid, but like unnecessary. Like, my scissors don't need jewelry is like what my viewpoint is. But yet I'd lose my scissors 1,000 times while I was sitting and stitching. So duh, like now I don't lose my scissors as often when I'm stitching. I thought they'd get in the way and I thought they were kind of unnecessary. Scissor fobs, I'm obsessed. I want every pair of scissors I own to have scissor fobs. I know I'm late to the game. That's just my cross-stitcher confessional for the day. scissor fobs. I think I need to get more because I've got scissors that are naked and need them. Woo. Okay, FlossTuber shout-outs. I wanted to shout out 2 FlossTubers that are relatively new that I have been enjoying very much. They're both sister pairs. So the first one is called s&hoes, and I'm going to try to link them in the description box. But it's like X's, like cross stitch X's and hoes. And that's Jackie and Justine. And I was lucky enough to meet both of those lovely women at StitchCon. And they were handing out Needleminders, and it was like during the Needleminder exchange, and I was just like, oh my God, you guys are awesome. We just kind of, you know, when you meet people and you just kind of vibe. I thought they were so funny and quirky in the best possible way, and I just loved it. And they said they were thinking about making a FlossTube, and they did. And I think they have 2 out now, so you should go and watch it. If you like my brand of, you know, kind of oddball, you know, goofy, don't take yourself too seriously kind of FlossTube, you will like them. The other one is Bougie Stitchers. They're also sisters, Nancy and Jenny. They have a few more channels than Justine and Jackie. Not a few more channels, a few more episodes. And they're really fun. And, you know, the dynamic between the sisters, it's kind of like when you watch Friends on FlossTube. You know, there's just the back and forth banter and the friendship and, you know, the silliness. So they're both channels are worth watching. Go check them out if you haven't already. Okay, so this is my whip. I only have one whip this week. I've been working on the same one. So it's Sweeping Cobwebs from Prairie Schooler. I had started this, I'm working on this, the big chart. I had started it a while ago. Oh my goodness. Somebody is so sleepy over here. I started a while ago, and I actually pulled the whip out to make some progress. This is as far as I have gotten. When I pulled it out, let's see, I think I got to sweeping. So I finished Cobwebs from the Sky. So all the words are done. I brought the witch's body down and her broom a little bit more, and I did this branch with the owl. This is a leaf. I need to back stitch the stem, and then there's another part of the branch and some leaves that the owl is sitting on. This, of course I didn't write it down, but I could tell from looking at it, this is Fortnite fabric. I usually just do the charted DMC for Prairie Schoolers, but I guess I was feeling fancy, and so the oranges are fancy floss. I think the words are tomato, and this is burnt orange in the moon. So that's as far as we've gotten. This 18 count. I always stitch with 2 strands. But again, I'm loving it. And if you're stitching Prairie Schoolers, use the hashtag PS Halloween sale, and let's all cheer each other on and enjoy the Prairie Schooler awesomeness. I do have haul. Oh, but first I got a nice little card in the mail. New Home Sweet Home. It's from Laura Duet of Brenda and the Cereal Starter. And she had a nice message in there. And she also sent me some of those little cards in the floss drop exchange. I told her I didn't need a full set because I don't use floss drops, but I would kind of keep them in my stitchy room to remind of our friendship. And so these are the ones she sent. They're super cute, and if I was a fancy lady, I would use them, but this one is my favorite. The teacups that say floozy and hussy. So thank you for the kind words, Laura, and I appreciate you. My other haul, so I got Fortnite Fabrics, Fabric of the Month. This is a great, it's got a little more green to it than it's showing. This is a great Halloween kind of gray. I'm in their 12 Shades of Gray Fabric of the Month. And I was excited to get this one because they've been lighter grays so far. So this one has some, I'm trying to like hold it back. You know how fabric never quite shows, that's better, shows on camera. But it looks really pretty, and I was excited to get that because with moving and stuff, I had to put my order on hold for a little bit, so I'm back in the swing of things. And then I had ordered a couple more Prairie Schooler charts off of, these were off of eBay. This is double. I love those creepy cats down at the bottom, and the frog and the skeletons. I just thought this was really cute. And it's not really big. This, you know, you could use a smaller piece of fabric. And then this one, Who's There? With the owls. Those crazy skeletons. So, I didn't have either of these, so I picked those up. And I don't know why, but those little Prairie Schooler cards I'm kind of obsessed with. I don't have many, but eBay, a lot of sellers sell them like kind of as a pack. And so I grabbed this one because it had a few Halloween ones. This haunted house, and these are so tiny that you could whip them up in no time flat. This Boo cemetery headstone. This raven with the moon and the pumpkin. And this witch. And the rest of them are not Halloween, but I figure I'll show them anyway. They came in the pack. Santa. This cute little squirrel. Now I do not like this one, this bunny. I don't know. He does nothing for me. He kind of gives me the creeps. And then there were a couple of their little storybook ones. So this is Little Red Riding Hood and the Three Little Pigs and Baba Black Sheep. So those came in a cute little pack. I bought them just, I mean, they're super inexpensive, and I got the pack just for the Halloween ones, but and then I'd gotten an email, the last bit of haul, I'd gotten an email that my my drug dealer of choice was having a sale. By that I mean Picture This Plus. That is, well, technically it was Rogue Stitching. That's the online, you know, retailer. Picture This Plus by far is my favorite Aida to stitch on. I'm an Aida stitcher, basically 16 or 18 count. I don't really care too much either way. And I mean, I like a lot of, obviously if you look at my fabric bins, I like a lot of other kind of mom and pop, if you will, fabric dyers. You know, Be Stitch Me, Fortnite Fabrics, Jody from Steel City Stitchers. Those are all ones that I have memberships to their club, so obviously I like their fabric. But there's something about Picture This Plus. It's their Aida in particular is just so yummy. So they were like pre-cut pieces. I think they were all fat quarters, and what do you call it? And they were on sale, so I just went crazy. The first one I got is Oaken, and this is 18 count. And I'm just gonna kind of hold it back so you can get a sense of it. And you've probably seen these colors before. There's nothing new. There was a piece of murky, 18 count murky. So, you know, I've been talking about them a lot lately. Brenda and Laura, they have their rules. My rules are, if you see murky, you buy murky, because it is hard to find. So I have more murky in my stash, but if you find it, you buy it, because it's the best fabric. The other one is tarnish. It's kind of like a slate blue. And this is Velt. This is a 16 count. There you go. You can kind of see that. And this is Fawn. This is 18 count. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Their fabric is so yummy. Pompous. This is much greener than it's showing up. Oh God, that doesn't even look green at all. Woo, if I back up. Yeah, now this is not showing up. It's a very pretty kind of grassy, minty green. And then apparently either I was in a frenzy and I think I hit the wrong button. I ordered a piece of 14 count. I do not like to stitch on 14 count. I feel like I don't get the coverage I like, and I don't want to stitch with 3 strands. So I got a piece of Fresco that is 14 count. It's an 18 by 27 piece. I think that's a fat half. So I'm gonna give this as a giveaway. Oh, the person with the stickers last time has not responded. So if I commented on your thing and I haven't heard back, so I'll give her another week. If she doesn't respond, I will pick another winner for that. So if you would like to win, if you are a 14 count Ada stitcher and you would like to win this, tell me, let's see. Tell me your favorite thing about fall, since we're all, oh, no, Halloween. Your favorite Halloween costume. Your favorite Halloween costume you ever wore as a kid. So use the word Halloween, okay? So use the word Halloween. Tell me about your favorite Halloween costume that you wore or that your kids wore. And I will send a lucky winner. I will call them out for next episode. So just a little shop news. I have kind of slowly gotten back. I'm sorry, Albus. I have slowly gotten back to listing some things on Rebel Stitcher Designs on Instagram. I appreciate everybody. I've had a huge response. I was worried people would forget about me. So since I was gone so long with moving, I've been packing up orders every day, and I truly appreciate it. My friend, our really good friends from Harrisburg, Megan, and her boys came to visit like 2 weekends ago, I think it was, and she is like a graphic designer, computer kind of a person, and so she's working on my website for me, because I just can't do it, and she's getting it in the process. So in the meantime, I'm still slowly putting stuff on Instagram. Hopefully we can transition over to the website. It'll be much easier for me to keep track of things that way, and you guys will, it'll be better for everybody. You'll see all of my inventory, and we won't have to go like claim it and then I send you a PayPal invoice. It'll just be more fluid. So thank you, Megan, if you're watching this, for working on it, and I will keep you posted on that space. And we had talked about, I had mentioned last time about a Needleminder of the month or a quarter club, and I think I've decided I'm going to do a quarterly club because 12 needle minders a year might be a bit excessive. I'm still getting some of the stock in for it, but this is what I've come up with. I think it's going to be around $20 plus shipping. It'll be once a quarter. Though I'm going to start off with 25 spots and kind of see how it goes and test the water. So you would get a previously unreleased needle minder, something I haven't put out to sell before, but one of my original designs, one of my enamel minders, a sticker that has one of my original designs on it, a sticker, one of the sticker packs I do that aren't my designs, but are fun, you know, they're 10 theme stickers in a pack, and then one other goodie probably, something stitching related, maybe, you know, notions, scissors, you know, needle case, something like that. So that's what I'm working on. I will keep you posted when sign up goes live for that, but I am, it is gonna happen. So I don't want to have the sign up too soon. I want to make sure I have all the stuff for it, and sourcing and stuff. And then if there's a lot of interest, some of the things, in order to, you know, I'm trying to keep the price down. So the more people I have, I'd have a little better buying power for some things. And so if there's a lot of interest, then maybe, you know, I can make it for a larger group. Anyway, I feel like I've been rambling way too long. You're probably sick of my annoying voice. And so again, if you want to win the 14 count Picture This Plus Ada, tell me about your favorite Halloween costume, and go check out those other Flosstubers that I had told you about, Bougie Stitchers and X's and Hoes. And thank you for tuning in. Apparently I'm boring Albus because he has been dead asleep. So thank you, and I don't know when I'll be back, but it'll probably be, you know, maybe 2 weeks-ish. Again, thanks for watching. Bye.